91.5 KNSU Thibodeau. You just heard Don't Make Me by the Gabe Dixon Band, and before that, Awakening by Ben Sturgill. I am DJ Vanilla Wafer. This is Summer Daze. I'm with my boys, DJ D-Mac.
Hello.
And, I forgot. T-Dog. There we go. Woo.
What's up? That was the lamest intro ever.
Don't put me on the spot. You just told me that this was happening. All right. So this is Summer Daze. So you wanna start with your pick six?
Yeah, this is we're gonna do D-Mac's pick six first. We're just gonna go through some quick news, and it's basically the first thing that comes up on Bleacher Report. Dwayne Casey is leading candidate for a Pistons job. That's the Raptors head coach. The Pelicans could potentially land Trevor Ariza in the free agency. Big Face Baby might be facing prison time for a felony assault. The Cavs and the Warriors. So last year the Warriors didn't go to the White House, and the Cavs look like either way, whichever team wins, they're not going to the White House again. The Cavs. Oh no, not that one. My bad.
It's only a pick 5.
Mexico faces a prostitute scandal. The Mexican soccer team.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, I thought you just meant Mexico in general.
Like Mexico in general.
What does that have to do
the
with
whole
countries?
country of Mexico.
Was that 5 or that's not my 6th one, huh?
Was it?
No, I got one more. The
Summer
Spurs are
Days
not.
cannot count.
The Spurs are not taking calls for Kawhi. They're trying not to trade Kawhi Leonard.
All right.
I've been hearing rumblings all throughout the NBA season that Kawhi's gone.
Kawhi definitely doesn't want to be there, if you ask me.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy for the Spurs now.
I'm
Because Ginobili, if he dunks too hard, he might turn into dust. Tim Duncan retired, and, Tony Parker's still just a little French woman.
Okay.
If y'all wanted to know my opinion on the Spurs, I want Kawhi to leave.
Hey, I'm a Mavs fan, so I hate the Spurs too.
I don't like them either.
You don't like
That's
the
our
Mavs?
rivals. Nah, I like the Pelicans. My girlfriend actually calls Anthony Davis my boyfriend all the time.
Anthony.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, can I tell a story about Anthony Davis?
Go ahead.
I met him
No way.
in the worst situation.
Oh,
We
man.
were in.
You met him in a public restroom, and you were stall by stall.
Did I tell you this story?
No.
No, was that it? Did I guess it?
Oh my God! How did you guess that? How did you guess that?
I don't know. I just found like the most awkward situation in
That's
the start,
exactly-
and I was just like,
That's exactly what it was. Because where do they play?
They played the Smoothie King Arena.
The Smoothie King Arena. I was there, and I look over, and there's a huge poster of him by the bathrooms, and I'm like, that's my boy. And I go in the bathroom, and I go in the urinal, and I look over, I'm like, that's my boy. And he was like, what's up, bro? Yeah, it was pretty great. Awkward.
I couldn't imagine being famous and something like that happened. Like, because you can't be like, like,
No, he was funny about it.
yeah.
I was like, I just saw a poster of you. He's like, yeah, me too.
That actually, whenever I was little, I had to go to the bathroom, and so I walked into the bathroom, and the people we were living with, one of the guy's friends was over, and this dude didn't lock the door, and I'm like 6 years old. I opened the door, and he's pooing, and instead of being like how I would have been like, dude, close the door, he's just like, sup, little man. And I'm just like, okay.
What a perfect segment into Way Back Wednesday, am I right? A story from your childhood.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been through a lot of awkward things as a kid, that's for sure.
Seems like it's always coming back to bathrooms with me.
y'all
so
want to hear
far.
one of the most embarrassing stories from when I was a kid?
What's up?
Okay, so when I was a kid in elementary school, this is before I knew I had any kind of talent whatsoever. Like, I didn't have any talent back then.
Mm-hmm.
I was just this awkward little kid trying to fit in.
I'm still there. I'm still that guy.
And we were having a talent show at the elementary school where all the students could go and do a talent.
Right.
So I didn't have a talent, but I was going to make it into the talent show. because like that's what the cool kids did. They made it in a talent show.
It sounds like a movie, like a B-rated comedy. Tyler will make it into the talent show.
So I decided that, you know what? I'm going to hold the world's longest note. So I went in with no practice whatsoever. Like, I just found out that same day. And I went in, and I literally just, like, tried to hold a note the longest I could hold a note. And I held it for, like, 35 seconds. And then they were just like, the judges were just like, we're not putting you in the talent show. And then the rest of the day, I just felt so embarrassed. And, like, the rest of the week, and then the rest of the year, like, I was just, like, done with elementary school.
Yeah. Some moments like that, like, I still think about them, and they make my chest hurt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like, I think about that, and I'm just like, I wish I could go back in time and slap past me in the face.
I really do hate past me. Like, when I played rec football when I was, like, 7, I used to get bullied by the kids that were actually good, the coach's sons, the coach's son club. And one day my dad was like, hey, you got to stand up for yourself. Come on, be a man. So the next day I pushed down the coach's daughter because I was afraid to beat up the kids that were like, do anything to the kids that were actually.
You just reminded me, I have something worse than that. I played rec football, and like I grew up like rough and rowdy. Like, I was gonna hit someone the hardest I could hit someone, just like a man's man, but I was a little child. So I was playing rec football, and one of the coaches called me a little girl, and I did not like that for some reason when I was a kid. So I was on the sideline when he did that, and next thing you know, he just gets a slap right across the face. I slapped my coach straight across the face.
Wait, like, were you in front of him? Or was it like from behind?
Like, I was sitting, he was right beside me, and he was like, what you doing out? And then, like, just called me a little girl, and like how wimpy I am and stuff like that. And I was just like, I ain't having this. And then I slapped him straight across the face.
That's crazy.
And I was like 8 years old at this point.
Y'all want to hear my rec league stories?
You were probably this size and did great.
No. I was probably the most least athletic athlete on the team. I love basketball, but I have no talent whatsoever. I'm good at soccer. I can kick a football pretty decent, but I have no talent in basketball, but it's my favorite sport. So whenever I was coming of age to, I want to play basketball now, it was like I played from the time I was 7 till I was 11. Didn't get any better. But, so, like, they stopped passing me the ball, like, early on. So I was like 7 years old, and my shorts had pockets. So I just sit in the corner and put my hands in my pocket, and like, at least I'm on the court, and just looking around. And then, like, if a turnover or we had to go to defense or something like that, like, I'd play defense. But, like, if we were on offense and we had a turnover, I knew I wasn't getting the ball, I would run down the court, put my hands in my pockets. And then, like, my mom got really mad at me, and so, like, I used to have to wear my shorts inside out, so I couldn't put my hands in my pockets. That's what my mother did to me.
Did you have those cool reversible shorts for, like, home and away?
No.
Oh, so the tag
seams,
was just
the seams, the tags, all that.
You just looked foolish.
Yeah. Gotta explain, I like my pockets,
The one, it was basketball. It was boys and girls, because it was like, it's not really a contact sport at that age. The girls were so much better than me, and they used to, like, all the other guys would make fun of me so much for it. But it's like,
I was never good at football was my forte. Basketball was never my forte, and I have to say that I played basketball 1 year, and I was so happy because at the end of the year, because we were actually a pretty good team, but I usually rode the bench most of the time. They put me in for like 2 minutes, and then I was done.
I feel like they have to meet a quota.
Yeah, you're paying to be on the team. It's rec league. Like, I paid my money.
Put Aaron in for a play.
We were in the championships, and like, it was garbage time, but like, the score was still kind of close. And I made my first and only point that season, and it was a 3-pointer, and I was so happy.
I got one shot all season, and it was like the clock was running down, and I just shot it and didn't go in. It airballed.
In football, In football, I made one tackle from age 7 to 12. I made one tackle.
Oh man,
That had to be an awesome tackle, though. Like,
Oh my god, my coach put me up on his shoulder. I felt like Rudy. Like I was up on his shoulder, everybody was freaking out. I was like, I'm so good. Every time you would do a good play, the next practice they would put a little sticker on your helmet, right?
Yeah, we did that in high school.
My coach put like 50 stickers. Like it filled up like one half of my helmet, and I just wore it with pride.
Well, yeah, you were playing for a couple of years. That was your first tackle,
Yeah.
you know.
They just knew because it's like I was horrible, but everybody on the team still kind of liked me.
Yeah.
But like,
And then we did that a lot in my 10th grade year. There was people like these were seniors, and they were bad at football, and they would still put them on the team just because they had so much heart, you know, like, and they would letter these people too, like,
yeah,
But I mean, that was me. Like, I got an automatic letter my senior year, but I didn't put it on my jacket because
yeah.
I don't want that to be.
I've
Yeah.
always had a passion for football, but
Yeah,
I tell you one thing: once you get out of rec leagues and you get in junior high and stuff, and you get into high school football, it gets not as fun.
it's not fun. It's a job.
It's more like a job, more business-like than.
yeah.
I actually, my freshman year, I'd never played golf a day in my life besides putt-putt. The summer before freshman year, my uncle took me, and I'm like, dude, I want to play golf. And, like, I didn't know HL had a golf team, so whenever I went to school, they were, like, having golf trials. I tried out, and I made it, like, top 5 or whatever. And so I did that, and then, like, something clicked, and it's like, I want to play football, too. Never played football before in my life, before my freshman year. And I made the team because, you know, I was decent sized, I guess. But
Yeah, they'll put you on the team if you're big enough.
yeah. But I don't think it was big enough. Like, I was 180 pounds, but I was 5'7". Like, I was just short little fat kid.
I made Covington High's football team, and I was like 5'10", 112 pounds, 120 pounds.
Yeah, but I thought it would be
And
really
I
fun.
actually started my freshman season at cornerback for some reason.
Wait, you said
man.
Covington?
Yeah,
I fought a guy from Covington.
you did.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fights at
Yeah.
the actual school in Covington,
It
so
was-
I wouldn't doubt it.
It was at a wrestling meet. He kept calling me out because I beat him. Like, he was mad.
Do you know his name?
No, I wish I did.
I
This
wish
was like
you did too,
this was sophomore year.
because like I could probably tell you who that person is.
Like, and
And
it
I
was
knew
like
a lot of people on the wrestling team.
this always happened. Like, it wasn't just Covington. Like, somebody would start yelling at me, and I would come back at him, and it would be like a team versus team thing. Like, we would be yelling back at each other. Like, it was crazy. Those were good years, good times. And one time I almost got into a fight, but like both of my shoulders were dislocated.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, "Come on, then," and he's like, "No."
Yeah, I actually know one person from Covington's wrestling team that's like a professional MMA fighter right now.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't that guy. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, I had a
Because
lot.
then you could be like, dude, you could have been an MMA fighter.
Did you win the fight?
No,
Oh,
Okay.
I never
never
win the fights. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I don't even think I pushed him. But once like you get pushed, like most people don't do anything. I thought he was just gonna like back up and keep talking. I pushed him as soon as like my hand left his body. His fist just hit me. Like it was immediate. Like immediate retaliation, and I respect that. I really respect that. But I was not expecting that.
Do y'all think most people, like, after they get hit, like, I mean, like, after, like, say you picking on somebody like that, after they retaliate, do y'all believe that whole, like, as soon as you stand up for yourself, they're never going to mess with you again thing? Because I don't think that's true if they can actually
It depends.
beat you up.
Because
Like-
Depends on the moment.
if you hurt the person, then I guess, no, they're not going to do anything to you. 'Cause
Right,
they're
like,
gonna
if
be
you
like,
win
"Oh."
the fight,
But
like,
it's
it's like,
like-
yeah,
They beat you up so terribly bad that...
then it's more fuel. Like,
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I know I can just, like...
Yeah,
just
so you
get
can't
up,
stop
so
me now.
You can't stop me now.
yeah.
Well, if it's like an in the moment thing and you don't really hate each other, after that fight's kind of gone, you don't really need anything after
I
that.
tell you one thing, it's guys fight, and then they're like they're best buds at the end of
Me
the
and my
Yeah.
best friend got in a fight last day of school.
Yeah.
So, no, not last day. It was like the last week of school. We had like 3 days left of school. We got in a fight at gym. We were best friends too, and we were slap boxing. Well, as we were slap boxing, I got pushed from the back, and whenever I got pushed, my arm kind of like swung harder, And I really smacked this dude like hard, and like he started swinging at me, and so I'm like, dude, chill, chill, chill. But it counted as a fight, you know. So like we ended up on the ground and stuff like that. But after that, like we got. It was funny because like the gym teacher was like huge. He picked us both up, and I'm like, he started it. Like that was my first thing. It's like this is my boy. It's like I'm throwing you right.
Yeah,
like he just started hitting me, man. I don't know.
I'm throwing you right under the bus.
It was so funny because he got suspended for the rest of the year, and I got to go to school.
What?
Fights at my high school, it was like 3 days off. Like that's it. If you got into a fist fight, you got 3 days off, and they didn't even let you stay home. You had to stay in this like prison building.
Oh man. You see, I can't stand that whole in-school suspension. Like, if you're going to stop my child from learning, like, if you're going to hold them in, like, a room, they can not learn at home. So they're going to be regular suspended. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, we're going to go to a quick break. I feel like I'm yelling into this mic. Up next, we have It's the Way by Sean Holleran. Why Would I Now by The Decemberists. Dear Marie by John Mayer, and Sunday Candy by Donnie Trumpet and the Social Experiment. We are Summer Daze. We'll be right back, all here on 91.5 KNSU, Thibodeau, where we are all about the music.
.5 KNSU Thibodeau, where we are all about the music. That was Sunday Candy by Donnie Trumpet featuring Chance the Rapper. Before that, we had Dear Marie by John Mayer. And way before that, we had Why Would I Now by the... Oh, man.
That's the Decemberists.
The Decemberists.
It's
I'm an illiterate. Forgive me.
You're a what?
An illiterate.
I'm illiterate.
Yeah.
I think you should just say I'm illiterate, not
No, I am an illiterate.
Yeah, I think that's how an illiterate would say it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's the point.
I am illiterate.
And
Yeah, but you're illiterate, so you...
no.
What are we talking about?
What did we decide we were going to talk about?
Way back Wednesday. I'm just going to do a little bomb now.
Way back Wednesday.
Oh, dude, we should do Back to the Future sounds for that liner.
Something like that.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
For all of our listeners, we are still working on some of the intricacies of Summer Daze.
Yeah, you guys may think we're not professional, but you guys don't know how much progress...
You would be completely right.
You guys don't know how much progress we've already made on this show.
Yeah, this is like 4 days in the making.
Yeah. So, we agreed on video games, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, back in the day, what was your first console? What got you into it?
Mine was a PlayStation. Actually, no, mine was an Atari.
An Atari?
Yeah, I got the Atari before I got upgraded to a PlayStation 1.
You guys are old.
Super Nintendo.
You guys are old.
But it was like, we've had it since like, you know, it's been there for a while. I just inherited it. Like I was like 3, playing Home Alone.
Home Alone?
Yeah.
Is that the Home Alone game where
Macaulay. You had a water gun.
Yeah, I know it's Macaulay. I mean, it's the game where like you're in the hotel, and, like you shoot the...
Yeah.
That game sucked.
It was fun.
I played Frogger a lot. Frogger was my fave as a kid.
See, like, and I can't play the 2D, you know, retro games like that because I was always, like, when I got into games, it was always 3D because my first system was a 64.
Ah.
So.
Now, I did have a 64. That was my... Actually, the 64 was my first upgrade, and then I went to a PlayStation 1.
The 64 was my favorite. Like, even when I got a PlayStation 2.
I used to love to play Mega Man.
I used to be so envious of people with a 64 because I just had this, like, I had to blow into my games and, like...
But that was the awesome part, is your game would never go bad. All you had to do was blow in it and shove it in there.
Yeah.
Even though you're not supposed to.
Wait, did you guys do the whole little, like, you put it in, and, like, you use your fist as a hammer and you slam it in the little thing? Because that's how we got our games to work.
I was small, so probably.
Because I'd see everybody, they just, like, you know, push it in gently.
So
I'd be like, BAM!
Y'all saw that they got the, it's like, they're, like, probably, like, 4 inches all the way around, but they got the smaller Super Nintendos and, like, a Nintendo. And they're small. They have an HDMI port, and it has, like, 50 games.
I own
yeah,
one.
You do?
I've seen them.
Yeah.
They're releasing, like, ones with, like, games built into them.
Right. Is it worth it?
I would say so because they have Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition, which is my favorite Street Fighter.
Oh, wow.
Um,
They're remaking the Street Fighter games. And,
Yeah.
I mean, if it has Mario on it, I'd get it.
That's what I was saying.
It has Mario World.
They have a lot of, like, it is the game, but it's not the game.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at. Like, it's like 50 games, but it's like, they're similar, but they're not.
It has Earthbound.
But they also sell brand new Nintendo 64s that you could buy.
I own
They're
one.
expensive.
I own a 64. If you guys ever want to play some Mario Kart, I got that.
We should live stream that.
Because have you ever played like Mario Kart 64?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the original racing game. Well,
Yeah.
not the original, but like the original great one.
I remember, this had to be like further down the line. Like I think in like 2005, 2006, like the Atari and all them came back, and like they had this one racing game where you would like instead of like turning like this,
You just have like a wheel.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a wheel. It was just like you got to twist the whole stick. Like
That's stupid.
it had a ball. Like it was a Pac-Man thing. Like it was Pac-Man themed, but like it had different games on it. And instead of like I was thinking steering like like this, but you had to like that. It was weird.
I used to love those old PC games too, like Asteroid.
Yeah.
I used to like whenever my movie would come with a CD-ROM like thing. Like I had the Lion King CD-ROM. I used to play that on the computer all the time.
Oh, I remember that. I had an Aladdin CD-ROM.
Yeah.
And
I had
plugged
the
it in,
Aladdin-
I'd play
oh
the
my
Aladdin
God.
game.
I had the Aladdin one too. I just remembered that. But I
Yeah.
didn't have a computer. So I went to my friend's house and we played it. And it was great. It was really good.
I was like, I used to mess up our computer so bad. Like, because our computer was weird where, like, you had to press shutdown. You had to let it shut down by itself. Then you had to push the button. And then you had to turn off the monitor. And, like, I would be like, all right, I'm done playing. And I would just, like, push it on, like, the brain of the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And it would, like, mess up the whole computer.
Now, how about them, God, what was that old website called? You would go to a website for those really bad Flash games.
Viva la Games.
Free Web Arcade. It was,
Mhm.
Newgrounds made them. It was
I
Newgrounds
used to
game.
love the one with the penguins.
Wait.
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin.
Club
Oh, my
Penguin.
Club
God.
Penguin.
That just recently went down.
Yeah. Club Penguin because people kept, like, talking vulgar to each other or something.
Yeah, I used to love Club Penguin, RuneScape. I also used to go to stick games where like they were the stick
Yeah.
figures. And,
Yeah. Had the, like, the assassin game.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
God, what is that game called?
There was one where like these very bad birds would like fly over you and had a bow and arrow, and you would just and like the noise it'd make, it was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they would fall so weird too. They'd be like
Was
And
one
they
of
would just,
the-
like-
I think one of the websites was like Fun Brain or something.
Fun Brain. You were like, this is really way back Wednesday. You
Yeah.
were putting me in my feels right now.
this is like 2006 Dylan right here.
Like, Fun Brain, there was Pop Tropica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember Pop Tropica.
I don't.
There was like the game where you were like Doodle Girl or Doodle Boy, and like
Yeah.
you could jump off the
Mm-hmm.
page. That was really cool. Yeah. What about Wii Sports? I feel like that was my biggest like.
I'll tell you,
advancement.
before the Wii even came out, I had the most interactive game.
The iToy?
No. No. This was a projector that you would set up in your room,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd have a gun, and you'd go duck hunting and shoot your wall
Oh
at
man.
the ducks.
Yeah, that's called Duck Hunt.
Yeah, duck hunt, yeah.
That
Yeah.
game is so
I don't
old.
remember what it was called,
I would-
but you would
I would-
like hunt ducks.
You would hunt ducks, and then like
And the little dog would come out and be
the
like,
little dog would come up and be like, "Ha ha."
yeah, they put him in
Yeah.
the new Smash Bros game.
Really? Can you fight
Yeah.
with them?
Yeah, and the duck is on his back and they fight as a duo.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's really good.
But I remember like being so excited about this, and like I'd have my little gun, and I'd be in the dark in my room, and I'd set up my like plastic projector that would project the ducks on my wall, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm shooting ducks in my room."
Oh man, I had a game like that. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I didn't get into it until Episode 3 was released. Because then I was like, wait, that's Darth Vader. And I'm like, oh wait, this is all connected. Like that's how like
I just recently rewatched those movies.
Yeah, but I had this thing, that little ball that the Jedi uses to train with. It's in A New Hope.
Yeah.
It was that you plug that into your TV, and it came with a lightsaber that was like that big, and like you used to do stuff like you had to like swing it to like cut stuff, but also if you were getting shot at, you could just hold the blade out and it would like repel the bullets, and if you like timed it right, you could swing at the bullet and it would make it hit the target.
Huh.
It was
these are some elaborate games.
Yeah, it was some stuff where like you had to you had to do like this, like you had to take it and like spin it like this, but you had to do it fast enough, and it would like unlock a combo where he would just like like all over the screen.
Yep. That they used to make some crazy archaic but like current games back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'd still have fun playing that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could still put in Lego Star Wars right now
Yeah.
and play every minute of it.
You see, that's the thing about like the games. Like I think games now are good, but they don't have any longevity. It's like almost like you play this game, it's over after you're done.
Yeah.
Like all these games before that, like even
But
like
all
the two big games.
Nintendo 64 games, they're just like there always.
Yeah, they're selling a Sega Genesis at FYE in the mall
What is
for
the Genesis?
Sonic, the original Sonic.
I don't even like.
Sonic's fun.
I don't even like the original Sonic. It was too hard.
It was $80 for the system though.
I was so glad that they released Crash Bandicoot again.
The Insane Trilogy.
Yeah, I'm getting back into that.
So playing the PlayStation 2 at my grandma's house as a kid is like one of my biggest memories as a child. We played the original Crash Bandicoot and the original Spyro games.
Oh, I loved Spyro.
And they were so
Spyro
fun.
too.
I replayed them recently, and I just realized how like not challenging Spyro is.
Isn't it funny? Like these games that used to like. I remember 102 Dalmatians. That like my second console that was like actually mine was a PlayStation 1. Whenever
Is
they
that a
made it.
game?
Yeah, 102 Dalmatians, and it's based off the movie. But
I would
that
hope
game
so.
was so hard. That one and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey one. They were like game movie releases. Those are the games I got for Christmas, and like they were so hard as a kid. Like I didn't even know what to do, and like. I found them whenever I was like older. I'm like, I'm gonna play these, and like done, like effortlessly.
Yeah, that's how I feel. What was the bad Spyro when you had to collect the dragonflies?
Oh,
The like.
yeah, and then
The
like
beginning.
the cheetah would go and like jump up on top of these cliffs, and then you had to like he would train you how to like fly to the different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cliffs.
his-
How you gonna train me to fly with no wings?
Yeah, and he had a really dumb voice. It's
Yeah,
like, come on, Spyro,
yeah.
I'm over here.
I liked whenever it wasn't the same people that did the original Spyro, but they re-released Spyro, and they were like restarting his canon. It was like Spyro: A New Beginning, and they had like 3 games. But that first one was really good because they like reimagined the art style and everything like that.
You know what games I love? Old games I love too. Zelda. The
I've
old
never
Zelda
played
games.
a Zelda game.
You've never played a Zelda game? I own the first 2 on GameCube. Like they re-released on GameCube.
Yep.
2 is impossible.
And I loved the Pokemon games they released on GameCube as well.
Oh, what Pokemon?
Army of Dark. No, not. It
I
was
think
something about like Shadow Lugia or whatever. Like
Yeah.
That. And you had to go like
Yeah.
get the darkness out of the Pokemon and stuff like that.
And for GameCube,
and then Coliseum as well.
and then Pokemon Rumble. What was Pokemon Rumble on?
I can't remember.
But my favorite game, not my favorite, but one of my top 5s definitely, was Pokemon Puzzle League for the 64. And you would just like do like, what was it, Bejeweled type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you could like go against your friend and try to like, it was amazing.
I love.
I
Pokemon.
remember playing. Dang, I can't remember. Mega Man. I think it was Mega Man, and then but it was like on the Game Boy, and you were like inside like a computer, and then like you had to battle your like different Mega Man creatures or something like that. It was crazy.
Scooby Doo goes to cyberspace.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Is it Cyber Chase? Or
Cyber Chase.
I have that.
But it's a game, and it made so much sense because like the movie was like he got trapped in a game, and then the game was you're trapped in the game.
Yeah.
It was like really cool.
I have that, no joke, I have that at my house right now.
Really?
I could bring it.
We have it at our camp. Like we have a PlayStation 2 out there, and we don't use it. So like the kids have it, and that's what they always play.
I also enjoyed the old Spider-Man game on PlayStation.
Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 2 is the best Spider-Man game ever made.
I have that at my house too. Just saying, I could bring it whenever. Like it's there. It's chilling. I have all these games. I bought Persona 4 the other day. Well, yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I put 10 hours into it yesterday on my day off. It was amazing. But I love those old school games, even though the graphics may be bad.
Yeah.
I can always go back to like an old.
You know what game really like it? It would look good back in the day, but it kind of like really held its ground. Is the Sly Cooper franchise?
Yeah, they were good.
They got re-released for the PlayStation and the PS Vita not that long ago, and I got them because those were like that's why I got a PlayStation 2. It was like that game. Like I really liked the way it looked, and it's just basically ported over. Like it's not HD or not, and it's the frame rate's probably better, but dude, like that game held up so well.
Yeah.
I remember whenever I was a kid, one Christmas, my family got me the new original Xbox.
Oh.
But it was Xbox Halo Edition. And it was a green Xbox.
That's the bad
And you
boy
don't
of
have it
gaming
anymore,
consoles.
No.
Oh my god, that's like gold.
Yeah. But I had the Halo Edition Xbox and the original Halo game. And I stayed up all night playing
What was
Halo.
that, like 2005? 2001. Wow.
And they just re-released Halo.
Right, yeah.
With better graphics. And
Master
then they
Chief
have like
Collection.
a setting to where you can go back to the
Yeah.
old graphics as
And
well.
I would probably do that.
They re-released it in 2011 for the 10-year anniversary, but it was for the 360. And you used to be like, if you wanted to switch back to the old settings, like you had to stop, hide, press select, and then the screen would go black, and then it would go, to the old settings. But I have it for the One X now. They released all the last 4 Halos, and even on Halo 2, which is like the new one, where it's like modern graphics. Like they got the Halo 1, which is like 2011 graphics, then they got 2, which is now graphics. And it's like that. Like you don't even have to hide. It's just like, oh, you want to do that? There you go.
Yeah, I never really got into the Halo games.
I do.
Not that I didn't like them, I just never had
I
them.
loved them. We used to, whenever we, the Flood,
Yeah.
the Flood, we used to call them Popcorn Man.
Popcorn Man.
Because you'd shoot them, the little ones that would run up and attach to you, and they'd pop like popcorn.
Yeah.
So we called them Popcorn Men.
I remember my friend playing 3, and the little aliens would curse at you if you would kill them.
Oh, the grunts, they call you some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
used
pretty
the
funny.
little curse words.
I love Halo and the Arkham franchise, probably my favorite games of all time.
Arkham Batman.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, you know what's crazy? Is the new Lord of the Rings.
Shadow of
game.
Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor is so good.
Because they take Batman Arkham Asylum and they take Assassin's Creed and they combine both those
Yeah.
I feel like both of those, they redid, like, Batman's the best superhero game, hands down. Like, there's no argument. No. Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man
They're
game.
about to release a new Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that pre-order, but they were so new with how they did the combat, where it was like it's super easy. Like you can never play and you'll be good at it, but if you play it and you get like really good at it, like you look godly almost. So I love that, but I didn't like the second because there's 2 Shadow of Mordor games. This Shadow of War was good, but I feel like the ending's locked behind DLC. So
A lot of games are like that. That's why I love the
I
old
played
games.
the original and beat it, but I haven't played the new one.
yeah.
It just came out.
I just want to go sell it to GameStop. I just want to go get this game yesterday. It's called Vampire. Not Vampire, Vampire.
Vampire with the Y. I
Yeah,
heard it was good.
it's really good.
When I
Not better
first,
than Bloodborne.
It's
Nothing.
based. It's
nothing's
like
better than Bloodborne.
it's like Bloodborne though. That's where they're basing it off of. It's very similar.
Really?
But you're a vampire in London in 1918.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You know it's an awesome game? I think it's dang it, I can't. It's the Samurai Dark Souls.
Neo.
Neo, yeah.
Neo is hard.
Neo is awesome.
Neo is really hard.
I beat that game. It took me about a week, but I beat it, and it was awesome.
I have to go back to it. I tried. It was too hard. I gave up. I'm gonna go back to it one day. Though.
Yeah, I ended up beating it, and then I ended up selling it back to GameStop after I beat it.
See, I can't sell a game like that back to GameStop. If I like a game, I have to keep it forever.
It's certain games like
really
I got rid
wanted
of Skyrim yesterday too. Like not that Skyrim's a bad game. It's just like it's so long, and like not that I didn't have anything else to do. It's just I haven't played it in a while. It's so long. I'm not gonna replay the original story.
Yeah.
So
You're just
Yeah.
gonna play
I
around.
just
I just
I got rid
wanted
of
the
it.
new Madden game, and I didn't want to spend like $60 on it. So I brought back Neo that I had already beaten and like some other games. And
yeah.
I was
I've
just
never-
like, here, take my credit.
Dude, GameStop owed me money for once with all the games I brought back yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, like I got my game for free and I put like $15 down on a new 2K.
I never played sports games ever. I'm not that guy. They were never fun to me. They were too hard.
2K has a learning curve.
I think it's because everybody else already knows how to play them.
I
You know
don't
what I
like
mean?
2K because I feel like every time I try to shoot a three-pointer, I get the timing perfectly right, but it still doesn't go in the basket.
Yeah, they changed it up a lot. There's a lot more analytics to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But like my first 2K I ever played was 2K11, and I was decent, I guess. You know, like, but like my friends would like cream me. But now
Yeah.
like I'm like the best one.
Do y'all remember whenever the NCAA would release games?
Yes, But
Weren't they amazing?
Yeah.
they really are.
And then like they just was like, nope, can't do that anymore.
The only way you get to play as college teams now are on like 2K16 or 17. I think you get to pick which college you want to play at before you go into the NBA.
Would they pay the college players for using their names and stuff?
They need to.
I
I
feel
think-
like that's where the legal action would
Yeah,
come
well,
in.
I mean, the old NCAA football games used to be just their jersey numbers, and that's how you
You
have to
couldn't have
know.
their name, and they couldn't have their likeness,
Uh-oh. All right.
but they could have the number.
I don't think that's fair, though. That's still them.
So you'd have to like know who these guys are, like in real life, and like really know who they are and what their jersey number is to
It's
know
simple.
who you're
It's a
playing
simple
as.
fix. If you're getting a scholarship, you don't deserve to get paid from a video game. But if you're in that game, in any way, you should get a cut. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of
Yeah.
college students. But I mean, or at least your program should get a cut, and then like disperse it. I don't know. And that's probably why they haven't done it. It's just too much to figure out.
yeah.
I mean, the NCAA makes so much money off of
And they're
college
not.
football.
You're not allowed to accept sponsorship or anything like that as a college talent. But the
But yet all the
NCAA is
college-
making money off of you.
But yet all the college bowl games are sponsored, like the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl,
Right. That's all
Or-
sponsored.
the All-State Sugar Bowl.
I got an argument. Maybe we should save this for the ramble. But
We could, because
I got an argument about collegiate sports. We can talk about later.
all right, because we did say that we were going to go and review our good old boy Childish Gambino. This is America.
Do you want to save that for next break?
We could. So that's what we'll be doing after this. Up next, we have Heartless by Chris Allen, Brother featuring Gavin DeGraw by Need to Breathe, Chocolate by the 1975 Drink Up by Val and the Southern Line, all on 91.5 KNSU, where we are all about the music.
You're listening to 91.5 KNSU Thibodeau, and we are Summer Daze. And you just heard Drink Up by Val and the Southern Line, Chocolate by the 1975, and Brother by Need to Breathe featuring Gavin DeGraw.
DeGraw. I like how you remember that. You can't really see it. All right.
I have good eyesight, guys.
Yeah, you just keep impressing us at every turn. Chocolate doesn't bother you.
Yeah, I have an iron stomach. It
Yeah.
just doesn't...
Great
So
eyesight.
he's been a man's man since he was 8 inside this football coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right?
Ever since you hit that football coach.
And ever since I hit that one three-pointer in that one season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's been the man.
you
I've been the man, you know?
got an individual trophy just for that one 3-pointer.
I think I actually did get an individual trophy for the
He probably got
three-pointer.
most improved.
Most improved. You made a shot.
That's
Congratulations.
such a backhanded reward.
Well, most improved.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're not good enough for anything else, but I mean, you're doing good kid.
You're doing kid.
You're doing kid good.
Yeah. No, The worst thing was when I was in junior high and I was running track, and I would get like first and second in like the one lap, like 400 meter. I'd get first and second in hurdles, and I was doing good. You know, I broke this junior high school record for fastest one lap, and then we had the award show, and they gave someone else the MVP, and they gave me the Courage Award. I don't even know what the Courage Award was. It was just an award for like, oh, here you go. Like, we're gonna recognize you for courage.
Very
Great job.
courageous.
Somebody got slapped.
Yeah, I would have been insulted. So yeah, Gambino.
Gambino.
We have to get him out of the way.
Gambino had some courage.
We've waited so long, and we keep putting it off.
Right.
It was like months ago. We've been putting this off. This is America.
Is it?
It is.
Is it America?
How do y'all feel?
I mean, I think his video was brilliant.
The song grew on me a lot.
Yeah, I love the song.
I think the
Like,
song grew on me because of the
I
video.
just love Gambino, to be honest.
Yeah.
Gambino is just awesome. He's so
Yeah.
talented. It's like, I'm going to go act this day, I'm going to go drop This Is America this day, and then I'm just going to go just be Gambino all day
Yeah.
long.
I like that he didn't give it any messages. Like, people's like, so what does your video mean? And he's like, I don't know.
Whatever you watched it and thought it meant.
Yeah, that's brilliant,
I
too.
love that 21 Savage is in it. Like he's
Yeah.
in the back.
And so is
is
I
Young
Kodak.
mean, there's so
Young
many
Thug.
Yeah, Young
memes,
Thug
like,
too.
and behold the pale white horse, and they had the white horse running in the background.
I like how, like, the metaphor that I got was like, we don't care that we're killing people, you know? The gun is treated more, like, whenever he shoots that guy, right? If you watch, the body just gets dragged off, like it's nothing. But the
Off
gun is,
camera.
like, very delicately put in the napkin, is like,
And, like, yeah.
it's the same
just
thing when he
wrapped.
shoots the choir.
Yeah.
And then I think the choir was because of that church shooting that happened not too long ago.
Yeah. No, but if you at the end when he does this and it's like silent, it's 17 seconds of silence, like for that church or whatever, because 17 people died.
Oh, wow.
It was so awesome that somebody like figured that out because that was the best
And
one.
then the way he's dancing and stuff, he included so many different kind of cultural dances.
Yeah.
And then he also included like kind of like a dance from like the Jim Crow era, like
Yeah.
showing how blacks were treated in the Jim Crow era. And
What
it
I
was
got
terrible.
from it was, like, you look at it, all these dances are centered.
Mhm.
You know, because everybody wants to be black culture whenever it comes to the dancing, the rapping, or anything like that. And then you look at the back and you see like all the mayhem. And it's like, no, look at this. You know, don't look at
Yeah.
anything back there. Look what we're doing right here. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so
I think it was a very impactful, awesome video, and I think it was expertly directed.
did he direct it?
I don't know if he directed it or not, but I would not put it past him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would not put it past him.
I give it a 5 out of 5 wafers.
I agree.
I agree.
It gets a perfect score from me. It was great.
It really was. Like, everything that he included in it, and it all meshed really well.
Yeah.
And then, like, even, like, on the Raptors, where they had the kids filming it on their phone. Like,
Mhm.
filming some of the destruction on the phone. And instead of, like, calling help, they're just filming it on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of goes into the culture that we have today where, oh, record first, then call later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In my Mako class, we kind of talked about that. Like, people these days would rather film a tragedy than,
Mm-hmm.
go and help. Like, if
Exactly.
something's happening right in front of them, they want to catch it on camera.
people do a lot of things for likes too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, look at me, I'm feeding this homeless person. You know,
Yeah.
nobody told me to feed this homeless person. Look at me feeding him, and it's
Look
like,
at me feeding him.
yeah, look at all these likes I'm getting too, though.
Or
And-
those videos where like, oh, I'm going to give this homeless person $100, and then I'm going to follow him and stalk him until we figure out
Yeah,
what
see
he's
what
going
he
to
does.
spend it on.
I was always under, like, the idea that it doesn't matter what he's going to spend the money on. That's him. His
Mhm.
life is bad enough without you judging him that harshly.
There was a guy outside the like we went to Walmart, and I don't ever carry cash on me, but for some reason I had cash on me, and my cousin, little baby cousin, he had left his sippy cup in the mall in Walmart, and so I went back in there and got it, and I saw this guy again, and I'm like, let me see if I got cash, and all I had was that 10, and I'm like, here man, look, that's all I have, I gave him that 10, and I went back in the car, and my mom's just like, he's about to go buy alcohol with Dad, like he's always there. It's like, so like,
yeah, just
I like
$10.
drinking, like I don't know.
No, and the one thing that upsets me is like there's so many people in need out there, and then there's people out there that are professional panhandlers. That
Oh man.
and because we have one in Mandeville, and she'll like be out there like dressed like she's homeless, and then she'll get her money, and then she'll go walk over and then get into her expensive like van and then drive off.
Yeah,
I never saw like homeless people for real. I mean, I went to New York in 2010, and I saw homeless people there, but like never in my area was that something that like I had to deal with all the time. Whenever I was living in El Paso, that was the first time I was like, oh, this is directly like my community. Excuse me. But yeah, like it's weird because I'm very stingy, like whenever it comes to stuff like that, because I don't trust. There was this guy at McDonald's one time, and now I was like 19 years old, and I drive like a 2013 Challenger, and like I guess he saw me in like my army uniform, and he saw how young I was, and I had this card. He's like, I'm gonna hit him up, and that's kind of how like my opinion was on that. And they had this guy that used to always be at McDonald's. He's like, man, I can fix your computer for $20 and stuff like that. I'm like, no, thank you. And like there was this one guy, and he was missing an arm. I would give him money because disability, but it wasn't until I came back home and I saw that this is my community now, and it's trickled over here too, where we have people that are in need and everything like that. And that's whenever I kind of like wrote down as like, if I have cash on me, like I'm gonna give you something,
yeah.
Yep, I
Wow.
get that.
This got really deep all of a sudden, and I feel bad for telling this funny story, kind of about the same situation. Well, not situation, the same topic. I got kicked out of a store once when I was younger. I don't remember why, but I had to wait for my friends to finish up shopping, so I sat on the side of the building, and I didn't have any shoes on. And this woman threw me money, and I was like, I was kind of upset. I was like, I'm not homeless, and she wouldn't believe me. She's like, no, baby, take it. It's fine. I'm like, I know I don't need it. I'm waiting for people.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, you only threw me $1.
I mean, I don't know if it's wrong of me, but like, do y'all ever get like, oh man, not this? Whenever you're at a red light, and then you have these people like asking for
my
money
windows are tinted.
at the red light, and you're just sitting there, and then you feel like you're trapped because you're literally sitting there at the red light and you can't move, and then like they're going up and knocking on your windows like, hey, give me all your money, please.
I don't like that.
Yeah, let me come to you.
I feel like people that beg, in a way, they're like, I'm so hypocritical. I feel like I have a lot of clashing mentalities. But I'm complex. That's what it is.
Such a complex topic.
And I'm an illiterate. So.
And I'm not saying that I don't give these people at the red lights
Right.
money. Because I just feel bad once they start knocking on my window.
Because they make you feel uncomfortable, and that's wrong. Like, if you're begging, of course, like, any good person's going to feel bad for you and sympathetic. Like, if you're not begging and you're just trying to, like, handle your stuff, that's whenever I think, like, you deserve it. Or if I try to give it to you and you're like, no, I got it, and like, no, here, you need it, like, more than
If
I
I
do.
see someone literally, like, sleeping on the side of the street, like I do in New Orleans sometimes, heck yeah, I'm going to throw them money.
Yeah.
You know what I hate? I hate these schools. Well, maybe not schools, because schools actually make sense. But there's a lot of people that put these anti-homeless things where it's like, where there would be like shelter. Like, let's say there's some doors, but by those doors there's like an awning. They'll put these like spikes on the floor so that they can't sleep there. You know, and I hate that. Like, you're not helping the situation. You're just hurting people now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, all that money that you spent on getting that stuff installed, you can put into a foundation like the veterans, the the unemployed veterans that are homeless, or like all these people. Like we know our economy's bad, you know, like put it into some kind of foundation, help somebody instead of trying to hurt somebody for just trying to get some rest. Like I'm sleeping in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, MC Brando Rando cannot take the fact that he doesn't work here anymore. His liners keep popping up. So I'm just gonna throw that away. Did we have what else were we gonna talk about? Is that it?
The Jonas.
Oh yeah, no, we're getting that done. That's me. Best Jonas brother, go right now.
Nick Jonas.
Nick.
You're both wrong.
How is? I just
How
want to
is-
know your
how
mentality. How is
wrong
Joe?
That Joe is better than Nick.
All right, so
Good.
Just argue this with us and try to convince us that Joe's better than Nick. Go.
back in the day, was Joe Jonas not the leader of the Jonas Brothers?
Right, but we all knew
Right.
who had a talent. Like who was the drummer,
Yeah.
the singer, the songwriter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was he all of those things?
Yeah,
You telling me Joe Jonas had no talent?
he got talent.
All right.
All right, just let the man talk. Let's see if he can convince us.
Nick
Let's see.
Jonas, these days, is a pop star who is all his music is pretty mediocre, I would say. Joe Jonas, I don't remember the band name. He has a band. The band's pretty cool, but it's not like it's like kind of a Maroon 5 sounding thing, like old school Maroon 5, not like the new terrible Maroon 5. I don't know. Just when it comes down to like. It's the whole Michael Jackson versus Prince thing. Joe Jonas is the Prince of the Jonas Brothers. And Nick Jonas is Michael Jackson.
Oh, come on, don't bring that into it because
No,
I'm for Michael Jackson. Okay.
Well, you're wrong on that, too.
Nick is definitely Prince because Prince had more.
No.
Prince could songwrite. He didn't outsource for his songwriting. He played a guitar. Michael could sing and dance.
I'm talking about just the sound of their music.
All I know is that Nick Jonas has made a lot more money, has had a lot more top 100s on Billboard, and
He's a
with
prodigy
all
too.
of that, yeah, he's a prodigy. So, like, how is Joe Jonas better when Nick has
But
made so much more?
Joe's the cute one, okay? A lot of 12-year-old girls right now would beg to differ.
I'm just not convinced yet, man. I'm just not convinced.
I don't think I think it's Nick. There's not that much of a skill gap between him and Joe. It's just one's more popular, and then Kevin's like
Kevin's
way
Mormon.
off there.
Kevin's
all
just
Mormon.
gone. He just disappeared.
Yeah.
He's off the radar.
He's
we
a
don't
good-
know what Kevin's doing anymore.
He's a good guy. Like he does a lot of charity work and
He's
stuff like
Mormon,
that. But
that's why.
oh, that makes sense.
Isn't he Mormon?
I don't know.
I just knew that they were a teenage band, and this dude had a whole beard, and I'm like, who's this grown man
No,
on Disney?
they were teenagers.
What was-
Kevin was like 10 years old, or
What was
Yeah.
the
5
one?
years older.
What was the show that he was on Disney?
Jonas?
The
Camp
school,
Rock?
Camp Rock.
Camp
I was
Rock.
going to say School of Rock with Jack Black.
Camp Rock was awesome, and wasn't there another big?
They have their own
Camp
series.
Rock 2.
Wasn't there another? Yeah, I know, but wasn't there another
They
big
had
time
their-
singer nowadays that was in there?
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas. And
Dude,
Joe Jonas was the leading man in that movie.
Out of Camp Rock, Demi's the best one. Hands down.
Demi looks so different from like back then to right now. I would marry Demi.
You know who was my favorite Disney character, like Disney actor? Corbin Bleu.
The black guy.
Yeah, he
He
just seems like
such
a really cool
amazing
guy.
hair,
He
and
was in
seemed like
Step
a cool-
In. Is
He
that what
was
it's
in
called?
jump in.
Jump In.
Jump In, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopscotch movie. That's what.
Not hopscotch, it was jump rope.
Jump rope.
What's the
They were
difference?
super like jump rope
Hopscotch.
competition.
What's the difference between hopscotch and jump rope?
You know, there was a new Disney kind of show movie that they do on the Disney Channel that came out a while back. That was actually pretty good. It was like it introduced like hip hop and rap, and then this one guy was like very churchly.
It had that guy from Everybody Hates Chris in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I
And
watched
It
that.
was really good.
Hey, they had some bars in that movie.
Yeah, they did.
The girl could rap. The girl who was
Mhm.
like, was she the
and
famous
then
one?
like the friend that like kind of took over his
Yeah.
rap beats and rap.
It was basically
Yeah.
the story of Drake and Quentin Miller. Like Disney.
It was a biography.
I can't remember what it was called though. Like I feel like for some reason in my head it's like Shining Light or something like that because it was like churchly but hip hop.
I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember that. That was.
Don't bother, you don't have to look.
I don't know. I don't remember if it was good. I just remember that it was a thing.
I remember I watched the whole thing and I enjoyed the music.
Yeah. Which is, it's weird. I usually hate, like,
I feel like
when Disney tries to rap or be hip, because it's, like, usually the worst thing ever.
Just wait till.
let it shine.
Let it
Let it
shine.
shine.
There, see, I said Shining Light, but it was
Yeah,
Let It
it's
Shine.
2012.
Yeah.
We're getting old, gents.
We are. We are. I'm up with you guys. Almost 20.
That was a good movie, Let It Shine. I enjoyed that.
That's like when Nickelodeon got a hold of memes. I hated that.
Did y'all know that the guy who is Chris and everybody hates Chris is the voice of Little Bill?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you any of y'all watch like anime and stuff like that? Have y'all seen?
Yeah.
Have you seen My Hero Academia?
Yes.
Have you you know All Might?
Yes.
You
It's
know
my
who
boy.
voices All Might?
The guy who voices Vegeta. I
And-
think.
Yeah, and you know who voiced Vegeta?
Kuwabara. Kuwabara is All Might.
Kuwabara is All Might.
Oh my god. That's the most amazing thing I've heard all day. That's overwhelming. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I think we're into our ramble.
Yeah, y'all don't know. The ramble comes out of nowhere. We don't even know when it's coming. But yeah. Kuwabara is the greatest anime character of all time,
Yes, it
in
is.
my opinion.
I don't know if any of our listeners out there watch anime,
I
but
like
I'm
Vegeta,
pretty good
but I
at it.
guess I'm
But
that guy.
but Kuwabara is Vegeta.
Kuwabara is Vegeta.
Kuwabara is Vegeta, and Kuwabara is All Might.
And Piccolo. And like 1,000 other people.
Kuwabara is just awesome, okay?
Yeah.
Dude, I like how like they just made Piccolo black. Like he's like he has black culture. You know, like he wears. Whenever I saw him in civilian clothes, it looked like the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, he did kind of dress like Will Smith.
Man, I know
His name was Sid Jr.
I tried to watch the original Dragon Ball Z. And
Yeah.
then
With
I
Kid
got...
Goku?
No, that's Dragon Ball.
That's
Oh,
Dragon Ball.
right.
But Dragon Ball Z, and he was on the Snake Way thing,
Yeah.
and I stopped after like 8 episodes into the Snake Way.
Yeah, because the Snake Way goes on for probably another 20 episodes after
The
that.
Snake Way is longer than those like 20 episode 5 minutes that Frieza and Goku fought.
No, like, because I went back and watched it too. People overplay that. The Frieza Goku thing was not that long. It's Snake Way and Nappa fighting the other guys. That takes way too long. It's stupid.
It's ridiculous. I'm just like, okay, so I'm just watching him run down Snake Way, and then I'm going to get some tidbits about his son in the jungle surviving, and then I'm going to go back to Snake Way.
Yeah, definitely a filler season. A good way to watch Dragon Ball to actually keep it like, oh wow, it's you skip every season. Like Sand Saga, skip the second one. Then I think that would be to the Frieza Saga. And then you skip the next one. And then you're in the Cell Saga. And then, I don't know, because I grew up after Cell.
Have
you
y'all
know.
seen those videos of Cell having the tournament, and then like Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh comes in?
Yeah,
and
those are new. Those are really funny. And they do, Yusuke comes in for one.
Yeah.
I want to get into One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is
One
funny.
Punch Man is amazing. I cracked up so much on One Punch
Probably some of the best music in a TV show ever.
Another one that is one of my favorites, but like, see, if it's not Dragon Ball, I don't know anything about it. I just know like I enjoyed watching it.
Man. One
And
Punch Man is like, it's just this regular guy that worked out so hard that he lost all his hair, and now he's like the most powerful being on the
yeah,
planet.
I knew that was the
And
premise.
then he's got this like cyborg
Genos.
Genos, and he's like his sidekick, but everyone else is like raving over Genos and how he's like such an awesome hero, but no one recognizes that Saitama or One Punch Man is like the strongest person
To ever
be a hero.
to ever be drawn.
Yeah,
Another one of my favorites though that's like I don't really know much about it, is One Piece.
I've watched all 900 episodes of One Piece.
900?
It's still going though.
I haven't got into One Piece. I tried to, didn't like it. I haven't got into Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail's dumb.
Tried it, didn't like it. The one shonen that I love though. Let's see if y'all can guess what shonen I love.
All right. So Bleach.
You got it right off the bat.
I know. 'Cause
Wow.
I know all shonen.
Doesn't he have like like he changes into a demon or something like that, huh?
The sword.
Yeah.
I don't like Bleach.
I love Bleach. I've watched every single episode.
Because Bleach, it starts so good, and then there's just like a gap where I just can't get into
No, the
it.
fights drag on so long though.
Yeah.
But
And they're always in the air.
mhm.
Do y'all buy into the hype of Naruto? Is Naruto as good as everybody says?
Okay,
The
so
beginning.
I know my girlfriend would kill me if I said that I didn't like Naruto, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyways. I don't like Naruto.
God, the Chunin exams were so lit when they fought Gaara, and Rock Lee took off the little leg things.
Let me say this: I can be entertained by Naruto,
Right.
but if I'm gonna go watch an anime, I'm not gonna directly flip to Naruto.
It's
and
not
be
something
like,
you can
yes.
invest in.
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah, it's
for
something-
background noise.
Yeah, it's basically background noise for me, and then I'll turn to it and be like, "Oh, that's a pretty cool fight," and then go back to doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But with like Bleach, I'm sitting there and I'm like engaged the whole entire time.
Yeah. And I'm never engaged when it comes to shonen, though. Like,
Really?
I'm into the other stuff that people don't really give a shot.
Did you ever
because
watch
it's too-
Yuri on Ice?
What on Ice?
Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice.
Yes.
What is that about?
Well, let me. I haven't watched it either, but a lot of my friends watched it, and then it also got like Anime of the Year.
Yeah.
So like, it's supposed to be really, really good. But what's crazy about it, it was like the first. I think it was either the first anime or like the most advanced anime that come out that had actual same sex relationships in it.
All right.
Yeah. So, and
How old
I've
is
heard
it?
that it's really good. No, I think it came out in like 16 or 17. So it's fairly new.
Yeah.
So I never watched the anime Death Note, but I actually enjoy the really crappy movie.
You
did not watch
the
movie.
movie.
I really like the crappy movie on that.
No.
Like I know it's one of those things that I know it's crap.
It's so
But I like it.
bad.
No, you know what movie was really good though? The Full Metal Alchemist movie.
Was it?
It
Really?
was so
I don't
good.
believe you.
No, it really was because it wasn't English. It was actually just the actual Japan made it. Japan made the movie and produced
Yeah.
the movie.
The actual
And-
Japan.
Yeah, the actual Japan. The ones that actually created the anime did it. The only thing I hated about it, have any of y'all followed the story of Full Metal Alchemist?
I know
No.
it 100%. You can talk to me.
Okay. So, you know Shao Tucker? The one that made his little girl a dog?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they put that in the movie?
They put that in the movie.
Oh my God! Was it sad?
It was very sad. The only thing that disappointed me was they followed the story perfectly. But then they made Shao Tucker the one that had the Philosopher's Stone.
What?
Yeah, that's the only thing that upset me.
Harry Potter definitely has that.
he was like a one episode thing, but I can
Yeah, he was like
understand
a
why
one-episode
people.
thing. But I think they did that in order to shorten up and kind of provide story to the
And everybody
to the movie.
loved that episode so much
Mhm.
that like it wasn't.
But I would definitely recommend it because it was awesome. I
I got
enjoyed that movie.
I got a question. What do
Harry
y'all
Potter.
think about the whole? Oh, that's whitewashing. Like the Dragon Ball Evolution movie, even though it's bad, what most people seem to like cry about is whitewash Goku.
Dang,
Like Goku was a Saiyan, and like everybody else that wasn't a Saiyan was Japanese.
Yeah, you're actually right about that.
So that's what I think. Like I do picture Saiyans American because like I didn't know anime was like a Chinese thing or that this was dubbed. Like they don't.
Japanese.
Yeah. But like it happened again for Ghost in a Shell. Ghost in a Shell.
Shale.
With
The new movie that came out with Ghost in the Shell was terrible. I didn't like it.
I enjoyed it, but it's not a good movie. But like the thing right there was everybody they're in Japan, you know. But Scarlett Johansson, oh, that's why watching a character, but she's
a
not
robot.
her. She's her robot counterpart. So like, how do y'all feel about the whole whitewashing argument?
And those exact ones you just said, I agree. Were they Japanese in the Full Metal Alchemist movie?
Yes.
I mean, wait.
Whitewashing on Death Note.
Is there like a certain, like, do they say Japan in the anime, or is it just like some made up place?
No, it's actually like they filmed it in Japan. They had Japanese.
No, I mean like
actors.
the anime.
The setting, like, is it Gotham?
Yeah, like, is the setting an actual
Full Metal Alchemist
country, or is it just like a made up? Because there's like the government or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's just a made up country.
So I don't really think it matters.
I don't think it matters either, as long as the movie's good.
Because as long as they look like them, I feel.
Yeah.
Well, getting into whitewashing. I mean, I feel for some of these women out there because they get whitewashed so much. They really do. They get over sexualized in movies and stuff like that. They don't really get the type of roles.
Is
and
that
stuff like
whitewashing, or is that
Is
like,
that whitewashing, or is there
that's just
another
like
word
gender
for that?
equality?
It's I guess it's kind of both. I don't know.
What's it called? The Bechdel test?
Yeah,
You ever heard of that?
yeah. They actually have a test for
If two women are on screen at the same time, without like a man, it's just only women. If they can hold an entire conversation without referencing a man, they pass the Bechdel test. And it's like something doesn't pass it. I'm trying to think. It was like some big movie.
Does Ares? I mean, yeah. Does Wonder Woman count? Because she's always talking about Ares. But that's her villain.
Yeah. Well, they just proved that Beyonce doesn't pass the Bechdel test in her music.
Probably not.
Yeah, because she's always talking about men. But I mean, I don't even know if that's an accurate test, really, because I don't know.
What about reverse gender equality? Because, like, isn't the main character of Resident Evil a guy? And then in the movies, it's a woman.
Well, it's a woman and a guy in the video game. But everybody likes Jill Valentine in the game more than the guy. So I would say the main character is a woman in the game.
You know what movies are underrated and awesome?
Is it the Resident Evil movies?
No.
Because they're not.
The Dark Knight trilogy.
No.
Those are overrated, but they're still good.
Inception.
No.
Way overrated. Not that good.
No, this is sticking like werewolf vampire lore.
Twilight.
Oh, Underworld.
Yes.
So
Underworld
good.
is pretty great.
Underworld is amazing.
Oh wow.
Haha.
I want to be cool.
Good point. Haha, you just gotta do this. Yeah, I like the Underworld. I like the Underworld when he turns, because isn't he like both?
Yeah, he's a hybrid.
Yeah, he's a hybrid.
The thing
and
he
it's
turns
awesome.
into is so amazing.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
It's weird looking, but it's cool.
It's like straight black and
like-
it's kind of...
Now
His-
the
his,
old,
like muscles right here. Or like,
yeah.
now the next few movies like after that one weren't as good. I'd have to say.
Kill it after 2.
Yeah, like the one where it goes back in time to where like the Lycans are prisoners and stuff like that, and they kill the woman that's got the other Lycan's baby and all that crazy stuff.
Right.
That was not a really good one. I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy that one at all.
You know what
But-
makes those movies great though? That the actress.
Yes.
Who is that?
Who is the actress though? I can't
She's
know
got a
remember.
crazy
I
name.
know her name. Oh my god.
Somebody's got to Google. We need
Her
it.
last name, it starts with a C, and then her last name starts with a B.
Well, dead air. We're gonna find this.
We're finding
It-
that actress.
It reminds me of the Blade movies.
Oh, you know what? You're almost right.
Kate
Kate
Beckinsale.
Beckinsale.
Oh, I didn't even look it up and I knew it. Haha. I'm better than y'all.
Oh, so I had the nouns. I mean, like
Yeah.
the words.
You were
Like I had the
close.
cut and the buh.
Yeah, he had to cut. He said C and B, but it was actually K.
Starring in Underworld 7, Kuba.
Kuba.
Whatever her name is.
Cubbo and the 7 strings.
Starring in Underworld 8, Bah Humbug.
Bob.
Bah humbug.
This must be the ramble.
And then there's like the colon. And it's like a Scrooge story.
All right. Well, guys, it is 4. Well, it is 3:51. So,
Almost time for Summer Daze to go off air.
yeah, it's time for the days to. We need it. We need like a catchphrase or something.
Summer days is almost done. Now you go.
Make another theme
You got
song.
the next line.
Grab your keys
I hope-
and hit the run.
Summer days is almost done. Hope you had so much fun.
Summer days.
That's it. It seems like a good spot.
And
We should
that's
all just,
that's the
like,
story of
We
how
should
we
all,
made our
before
show.
we sign off, just like sing it together.
All right.
Just sing the theme song together.
I don't remember it.
Summer Days is so much fun.
Summer days.
No,
It's
Summer
almost
days is
done.
almost done.
I hope you had so much fun. Summer Days.
We're like an adult out of the box.
What is out of the box, man?
Yeah, we're
You've
just
never
bringing
seen
back
Out of the
80s.
Box?
We're just
No.
bringing back 80s and 90s.
Have you ever seen Out of the Box?
Out of the Box? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
They were like in cardboard box sport.
goodbye for now until we meet again. I said so long, farewell.
What are y'all talking about? You guys
Oh my
are
God.
old.
This is way back Wednesday.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
a
it's
segment.
finest.
We're gonna have a segment called "You Guys Are Old," where you guys talk about some stuff and I don't know what you're talking about.
The more and more we talk about it, the more and more gray our beards get.
Yeah,
Yes. I mean, to be honest, I'm already getting like gray hairs.
you're getting
I'm
gray hairs.
23.
You're 23
Dude.
years old.
No lie, we were at like a crawfish thing or whatever, and like my girlfriend, she pulled my hair, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "You had a white hair." My hair was as white as this mouse. Had like an inch of my normal hair color, and then that's whenever my hair was long and like that much white. So it's like,
You're aging.
yeah, I age like milk.
That was awkward.
You get
Okay.
sour later.
No, like milk doesn't last that long.
I mean, but you can still eat it. Yes, you can. It's like yogurt.
That's gross.
Yeah, but it's gross. But it's like cheese.
Are you ready, guys? to
You want
sing
cheese in
our-
your cereal?
All right.
Sing our theme song out of this.
Okay.
It's
Wait.
gonna be horrendous.
All right. Start it up.
Summer days.
Summer days is almost done. Hope you had so much fun. Summer days.
I forgot the words. Okay. Before I say anything, I'm gonna apologize for that. Up next we have Crazy I Am by Betty Moon and Fixin' by Walk the Moon, all on 91.5 KNSU Thibodeau, where we are all about the music.
Tune in to Summer Days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2 to 4, to hear the latest news and excitement this summer. You're listening to 91.5 KNSU Thibodeau, where we're all about the music. Summer Days.